Welcome back to another Pocket 3 cinematography breakdown video. Today I'm pretty excited because this is actually the 5th installment of this series, and I really hope you enjoy watching these as much as I enjoy making them for you. Also, huge shout out to everybody that has sent me their stacks. It's really special to see that you guys aren't just watching these videos, but you're learning things and going out and filming something for yourself. So never hesitate to send me your work. I really do love to see it. If you're new here, I'm Chollette and I make these very small vignettes of my life, and I shoot them all with the Pocket 3. I use my 3-shot method to capture 3 different shots of the same scene. Ideally, I just need a wide shot, a medium shot, and a close-up shot, and then I stack them all together and put them on Instagram. Definitely try out this 3-shot approach because I really think that it can help you become a better storyteller, because you're going to be a lot more intentional with your shots and focus on what's more important with each scene. And being more intentional with your shots is also going to help you with storage space. And that's where I'm going to bring in today's featured product, which is the Sharge Disk Pro. If you shoot video, you will inevitably need reliable storage. Literally look at all these drives I have, but the Disk Pro is definitely the most unique drive I've ever seen. It actually has some very unique features to it that are very useful for filmmakers like us. It has its own built-in USB-C cable, and then there's also multiple ports like USB-C 2, 3, and even an HDMI. Now, iPhone filmmakers are really gonna like this part because this thing is magnetic, so you can put it right to the back of your phone, use the USB-C cable, and now you have access to 4K log. Now the Disk Pro does operate as a hub, so if you were like extremely minimalist on your travels, just take this, take your Pocket and your phone, and back up your footage onto the disk using your Files app. Super cool device. This is definitely made for filmmakers like us. Shout out to Sharge for supporting this episode. All right, let's get into the breakdown. So the story behind this scene is that I'm in Japan and I had literally just seen the Chainsaw Man movie. And that movie simply blew my mind. I thought it was so well done. It was just a lot better than I had expected it to be. And after the movie, I literally went to hunt down the manga. I went to like 3 different bookstores in Tokyo until I finally found the chapter that the movie was adapted from. So again, I did see this movie in Japan, meaning that it was 100% in Japanese, but I actually have been learning Japanese for many years now. And even then, I only really understood like 40% of the movie probably. So I wanted to have a fun project where I was able to just get the manga and translate it page by page. And that's what I was doing this morning in this Airbnb. So let's get into how I shot this moment with the Pocket 3. First things first, here are my settings on screen. I always say this, but my settings really do not change. I have my Pocket set up so everything is balanced the way I need it to be. And the only thing that I will change is using an ND filter or not. All right, let's start with our wide shot. So the wide shot is the shot that I usually start with because it really helps to establish the scene. You want to bring your audience to this space, to this moment, and a wide shot is really going to do that best. And then after, I'm going to pick different details within the wide shot to focus on, and that's going to help complete the full story. So to shoot this scene, all I did was put my Pocket onto a micro tripod. It's one of the tripods that I travel with, and this is a Sure one, and it worked out just fine for this shot. And you can actually see that I am using an ND filter for this shot because I'm shooting directly into that window. And even then, the window is still completely blown out, but I think it still works for this scene because I kind of like how you can't see anything outside of the window, so it really contains this moment even more. And this window is the only light source in this small room. And you can see how the room is really eating up a lot of this light, creating this vignette and this very moody feel to the shot, which I really like here. Also, in a past video, I was telling you guys about shooting shadow side and how to create more depth from your shot. And you do that by placing your subject between the camera and your light source. And that's all there really is to that shot. So let's move on to our medium shot. So now for the medium shot, I'm actually flipping the scene. I'm putting the camera directly in front of me to reveal myself as the character in this scene. And all I did here was just place the camera on the ledge in front of me. but I did actually open the window to have a little more light on me. Also, by looking out the window, you can see that the sun is not coming directly into the window, and that helps create a softer feel. All right, now for our close-up shot. So the detail of the scene is 100% going to be the manga. So I wanted to get a close-up of it. But I also wanted to capture it within the perspective that I was seeing it in that moment. And so I thought a top-down overhead angle was the best way to do that. And I had a great opportunity to do this by using a clamp for my camera to get the camera in position to shoot directly above. Now this is a small rig magic arm, clamp, whatever you want to call them. I usually use a much more compact one, but this one was actually perfect because it gave me a lot more reach to really extend away from the window and get the angle that I wanted. I highly recommend you guys use a clamp for your pocket or even your DSLR, because ever since I started using these, it just gave me so many more exciting options to mount my camera in very unique ways, very different from just using a tripod. Now, of course, when I shot this, my frame did not look like this. It was actually upside down because that's the camera's perspective. So all I had to do was just flip the shot upside down in my editor. And even though the manga is the focus here, I still wanted to get some details in the background so the shot didn't feel too flat. You can see my little sticky notes here as I'm attempting to translate the story. And this whole scene is just being lit by this small window. If you're still learning cinematography and lighting, there is honestly so much you can do with a single window. Create a short scene in front of a window and find different angles towards the light, away from the light, beside the light, and really see how the scene changes. And that's how I filmed this stack on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you want to see the full stack, definitely check it out on my Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely consider liking and subscribing. It really does go a long way for me. Thanks for watching. Peace.